Welcome to East Coast Elk Reviews. Today, reviewing. Well, we're doing another whiskey examination. Today, we're reviewing or examining Elijah Craig Straight Rye Whiskey. So this is 94 proof, 47% alcohol by volume. Everybody's just like, look at it. Just look at the bottle. So I think I'm the only one with a fresh crack. You guys, I think both have yours open, right? Yours is open.
Yeah,
you did just come back from the bathroom, so I guess you do have a fresh crack.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I haven't. I have had this. I have reviewed this, so I do have a video on my channel from 2021. So yeah, I do have a review. But we haven't done the 6-point category rating system examination. We're going to do it today. With the panel with me here today, we got Bumpy Road Brews. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
And Beer Man. Cheers. Beer Man.
All right.
And we got Tater Dom in the chat. Cheers, Tater Dom.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, man. All right. So yeah, 6-category rating system. First, we're going to go over the aesthetics. That's going to be 10 points. Nose, 20 points. Flavor, 20 points. Mouthfeel, 20 points. Finish, 20 points. And then we're going to finish it off with value at 10 points, equaling 100 points in total. Yeah, so first we like to talk about the packaging of the product. Actually, no, first we're going to talk about the price, what everyone paid. And I believe Bumpy has a bigger bottle than me and Beer Man. So for me, I paid, it was $29.99 for a 750. So $30 for a 750 milliliter. Bumpy, what did you pay?
It was like $55 for a handle.
That's not bad. I think I saw it for $50 at the store that I got this.
All right.
So you can get a handle for $50 to $55. That's pretty solid.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like a good price.
What did you pay, Beer Man?
About the same as yours, around 30. Like 29, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, something like that.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do have some information off the website and the Breaking Bourbon website. So on the ElijahCraig.com website, it says the first extra age Kentucky Straight Rye whiskey to join Elijah Craig's award-winning family of bourbons. A unique combination of spicy rye grains, and sweet corn, coupled with a steadfast attention to detail, give Elijah Craig Straight Rye the perfect balance of flavor and smoothness.
Awesome.
It should say gives, but and then it's won some awards. Here, we'll pull up the website. You guys can see this quick. So it says it's got 14 reviews off the website. As you can see, it's won some awards. So here we go. It's got the mash bill for us. So it is. I was saying this off air. It's a barely legal rye. Because in order to be a rye, it has to be at least 51% rye. So it's just at that 51%. And we got a really high rye mash bill with the corn. Really high corn mash bill for a rye, I mean to say. Sorry. Using myself. With 35% corn. So, yeah, that's pretty high. And then 14 barley. They got some tasting notes here. Go over that after. It says, while the distillation process for straight rye is similar to a small batch bourbon, the difference lies in the mash bill. It's 51% rye grain instead of corn, the legal requirement for the style of an American whiskey. No age statement. Okay, let me stop sharing that.
Isn't that a little bit like a misleading name though? When they call it straight rye because of That kind of makes it sound like it's 100% rye.
I think the legal thing is to call it straight rye. It has to be at least 51% rye.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it is. I see what you're saying, though. Yeah, I can see where people might get confused.
Misconstrued.
But yeah, like I said, there is no age statement, and this is made by Heaven Hill, which does Evan Williams and a lot of other brands. They do the Heaven Hill bottle of bond, of course. What's some other ones? I'll have to think about it. I know they do some other brands. But yeah, so first off, we're going to go over the aesthetics. And that's going to be out of 10 points. We're going to talk about the packaging. I'm going to crack mine open. And then we're going to talk about the appearance of the whiskey itself. So, yeah, without further ado, let's pour these up.
All right.
I do love the cork
Yes.
on it.
I like that too.
It's an engraved wood real cork.
Yep.
It's like a mushroom.
It is like and I like the engraving. I put way too much in my glass. Well, it's really
Cork
high.
pop here. Ooh, that sounded pretty good. We got a real cork.
Yeah. Real cork.
I do like the bottle shape.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Well decorated too. It's got nice labeling and I don't know, everything just looks really good.
Yeah.
Now, the original small batch used to be a 12-year. I believe this is a fairly newer product.
It's got that raised, like, painted on lettering.
Yeah. Stain cap with that just looks really official. I love that engraving.
The small batch used to have the 12-year logo. I think there's the barrel proof. The barrel proof might still be an age statement. Yeah.
The cap smells like oak.
See, this is the barrel proof. You see, it has the age statement there. 12 years old. No. This was from 2020. This is the B520.
Oh,
I had
And
that and a whole other bottle. So the color? It's got some good color, I will say.
Yeah.
Nice color.
Nice amber color.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of oily. It's leaving some nice alcohol legs. Looks pretty good. 47% is a pretty solid ABV. Is the regular small batch 94 proof?
I believe
I
so.
have it over here. Let me see.
It's got some nice legs. That's thick, dude.
This one I was able to buy the pint of. Yeah, the regular bourbon is also 47%.
Oh no, I gotta try that one too.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as aesthetics, it's got some nice color. I kind of wish it gave a little bit more information on the label. I wish we kind of got an age statement. But overall, I like the packaging. I've always thought the Elijah Craig bottles were really nice. They did a rebranding not too long ago. They had those kind of shorter, like squat bottles. Like I said, I think this was fairly new. I don't know if they did a rye of that style bottle. I know they had the old style bottle with the small batch bourbon. I don't know if they ever did the rye in that. I wonder when this was released. Release date January 2020. So this whiskey's 4 years old, which is, I guess you could say, fairly new, considering the regular small batch is probably released a lot sooner than that. Yeah. As far as aesthetics, I think the whiskey itself looks pretty good. The bottle's really nice. I just kind of wish it had a little bit more information on it. I don't know. What do you guys think as far as a number?
Oh, shit.
I'm at like a 9 out of 10. I like it.
9?
I'm actually pretty on the high side as well.
Wow.
I
The
don't.
only thing I think that would make it better for me would be if it was in one of those kind of squared off bottles with the long kind of diamond neck thing going on, like the Jack Daniel's special ones that they have.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if I can go that high. It says spicy rye perfectly balanced with corn for a distinctly smooth taste. I don't know. I'm thinking like 7.
I guess I'm
I'm gonna
agreeing
go
with
7.
Duncan
I'm sorry
on
if
that.
I'm on the low side with you guys, but I'm gonna go 7. Maybe I'm not being fair, but yeah, I kind of wish there was a little bit more information. The bottle's nice. I like the cork. As far as the whiskey itself, the appearance, I could go up to maybe an 8.
Yeah,
Got some
I think
really
you're
nice
right. I'm gonna bring it
alcohol.
down. I'm gonna bring mine down to an 8 actually, because it's pretty much. I scored the Wild Turkey one an 8, and I just looked at that bottle again, and I'm like,
Oh.
it's kind of similar. Yeah,
Yeah, but even just the appearance of the whiskey looks the appearance of the whiskey itself looks really nice.
yeah.
For something with no age statement, it's got some good color and it's got definitely like a good viscosity based off the alcohol legs.
It's taken forever for it to drop down too. The
Yeah.
legs. Yeah, it's really viscous.
I might go up to it. I think I'm gonna sit at a 7 for now.
I'll go 9. I'm gonna stick with it.
You're at a 9, beer man?
Yeah, I've been drinking on this a while. This is delicious.
You guys want to go for the nose?
Yeah. Nose.
All right. Nose?
Minty.
Yeah, I see mint.
Daryl.
I also see a good amount of like caramel and corn. Like the corn's pretty prominent.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of char and some spice in there.
Yeah, I get like a buttery cookie too, with all the spice.
Yeah, it does kind of have like a
sweet caramel,
like a bakery kind of cinnamon spice to it.
Cinnamon spice, yeah, dude.
It's really nice, actually.
It smells good. Yeah.
Do you guys get citrus at all, or is it maybe more of that mentholy thing that beer man?
It's not. I mean, there's like maybe a touch of citrus, but it's not as citrus forward as the Wild Turkey 101 rye.
Yeah,
that one had like a big citrus nose,
like an orange citrus, maybe.
This is very candied.
Very candy. Yeah,
it's very clean. The ethanol's very well hidden.
Not too pungent on the nose. There's
a touch of oak.
I keep smelling my brew house.
A little bit of wood.
It smells like spices in here. It's hard.
It smells nice though. The ethanol's definitely very well tamed, I will say, as far as a fresh crack too, for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, fresh crack. You sniff hard enough, you're gonna burn your nose hairs, but.
Oh, I'm definitely getting more of the citrus now.
Very spice-wise, spicy, like you said, cinnamon.
It's kind of like caramel orange.
Yeah, I get orange. Orange is the big one.
Orange, caramel, maybe like a touch of vanilla and oak. As far as complexity for the nose, it's really nice. It's pleasing. It's definitely a little bit more sweeter than you would expect from a rye. But being that 35% corn, you can see why it's sweeter on the nose, you know?
Yeah. They mentioned that on their ticket. They have the corn to make it more mellow. balanced out.
Oh yeah, on the front. It's in the smooth taste. I'll go 18 on the nose.
Beer Man's gonna be in the 90s.
Yeah. I really like this though. It's so
I'm
good.
right around maybe like a 16 or a 17.
Yeah, I'll give it a 17 for the nose. I like it a little bit more than the Wild Turkey 101 nose.
Do you guys get maple?
I think I like the 101 better.
I like a mapley thing.
I'm gonna go 16. It smells really good though. I like that it's not as punchy. It's not as ethanol alcohol burn on the nose, you know?
No, not at all.
You guys want to go for the taste? Want to try it out?
Hell yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
There's the heat.
Mm-hmm. But it's smooth, like they said.
Cheers, miscellaneous.
Cheers, man.
Oh, and cheers, Bill.
So I still have like blisters on the roof of my mouth from the pizza that I made last night.
Oh.
And so like drinking whiskey, it burns so bad on the roof of my mouth.
Oh, damn it.
It's like medicine.
That sounds very unpleasant.
It does.
No, I'm just chilling, miscellaneous. I'm good.
Sweet vanilla. You said vanilla. In that kind of a cinnamony kind of woodiness, and then that minty comes through, caramely sweetness. It's like it's so complex. It's got a lot of different like niceness to it. I love it.
This is really nice. It's very drinkable.
Totally.
Especially when you have some water on the side. The spice is pretty tamed. I'm getting a little bit more of an astringency from the oak now. It's starting to get a little bit more drying. Don't forget to drink your water, of course.
Drink your Ovaltine.
Always. Wasn't that from the Christmas Story?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thing he has to decipher. Cheers, man.
Cheers, dude.
Yeah, flavor's really nice on this.
I really like this. Again, I'm not as an expert as you guys, but this is really good. I mean,
nice, and it's I know somewhat more mouthfeel, but it's got a nice oily kind of coating, to the palate.
The finish is nice too. It's not too crazy. It's not too hot. It goes down really smooth and nice and sweet. I don't know. It's has a little bit of a spice, a little spicy. Yeah, gets you a little bit in the chest, doesn't it? Yeah, it sure does. Sipping on this with the West Coast IPA is the best.
I don't know, though. I think the flavor is not as, I don't know. I kind of wish I got more out of it. Like if I'm comparing it to like we did the Wild Turkey 101. I think that I like that flavor profile a little bit more.
Well, that had like a huge like spice though at the end. Like it was a lingering burn in the throat.
And I only gave that a 15.
But the Wild Turkey kind of has like a real spritzy, like orange flavor, citrusy.
I gave the nose on the Wild Turkey a 15, so I gave this a higher nose.
I'm giving this one Alex scores.
What's that?
I'm giving this one Alex scores all the way through. No, this is so good, dude.
Flavor's nice. I don't know.
I'm gonna go 18 on the flavor again, dude. I don't know, man.
I'm at a 15 for the flavor.
I think I might be right there with you with the 15.
It's so easy to take down. A little peppery, black pepper spice kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 15 on the flavor.
Nose and flavor
It
to
feels going to be a little bit hard for me because it's hurting my mouth right now.
The mouthfeel, I think, is pretty good, though. I think the mouthfeel might be the.
Our mouthfeel's great. Yeah. I don't know. There's something good about this one. I don't know what it is. Really like it. Mouthfeel. $18 across the board here. I will buy this again.
I think I might go 15 on the mouthfeel.
Something tells me I need to try other ryes.
I'm going to go
17.
17.
Really good.
I'm at 17 for the mouthfeel.
I'm gonna go 15. The finish is nice. I think the finish.
I do like the finish. Yeah.
I feel like it could be sweeter. I don't know. I feel like it could be rounded out a little bit more.
Yeah.
The astringency, the drying aspect, and then the spice is nice. It's like right there to like sometimes I get a little hint of like a bakery spice, but for the most part, it's more so black pepper.
Black pepper. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
going to give it a 14 for the finish.
Finish, I'll go 16 on the finish. I really dig how viscous this is.
I'm at 14 or 15 with finish. I don't know yet.
Crazy. Just hangs there. Take the while for it to
A little
dry.
bit more water.
I'm looking over now at my Elijah Craig, the regular one that we did, and I'm like almost at the same scores throughout. Little differences here and there, like finish is a little different and mouthfeel's just a little bit different. But pretty much almost everything else is about the same. Flavor score, the aesthetics, the nose. So that's kind of interesting.
I'm like stuck on finish. I don't know if I want to give it like a 15, but
Right, yeah, I was 14 for the finish on mine, so
I think I'm gonna go 14. And then the value,
I'm giving it an 8 for value.
I'm gonna go 7.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna go 17 on the value. I thought it was a good price.
Wait, value's at a 10, beer man.
Oh shit. Sorry. Man, let's go 8. And that one for me. I thought it was a great
out of 10.
I'm going negative here.
Somehow this one blew all of the whiskeys away.
So tell me something, guys. Of other ryes that you've had, let's say straight ryes or other ones, what's the difference compared to what you've gotten here with your scores? Like what What do you see so that I'm aware of it in the future? Because I haven't had enough of these.
So
So
I feel like that's gonna go towards like my overall. I have a strong feeling about this whiskey. I think we should go over. You guys want to go over the scores? We'll find out the average, and then we'll give some overalls. We can talk about it a little bit more. We're only 26 minutes in, so I mean,
yeah,
So
totally,
you, so
dude.
you don't want to answer Beerman's question?
no, but I think when I'm answering Beerman's question, I'm gonna answer my overall. What do I think?
Okay.
So that's a good segue into that.
Yeah, that works.
Because I will say this for somebody who is looking to spend maybe like $30 on a rye. I think it's definitely unique and worth the experience to just pay a little bit more than some of the other ryes in like the $20 range. But like I said, that'll also be with value and stuff. So
Would you consider this a beginner rye for people that don't know
I
much
would say
about
it's a
it?
step up. It's definitely a step up
Right.
because there are some ryes that you could find that are like 20 something bucks that you might like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Sure.
mean? There's a lot of value. Whiskey in general, there's a lot of value out there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of like, good old Evan Williams Bottled and Bond is what, like $19? That's a different flavor profile. If you like if you want to try out a rye, a lot of people are like scared to try ryes too. They think it's going to be too bold, spicy, and this, and that. This is
It is a
really
bit more spicy. Yeah.
this is on the sweeter side, I would say.
It's funny, rye beers over rye liquor is completely
The
different.
sweetness balanced out the finish more. What?
Rye beers over rye liquor is completely different to some extent.
Oh
As
yeah,
far as spice and stuff goes, yeah.
yeah.
You get
The
more of
grain,
that black pepper in there.
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
We are also taking the grain and you're
Mm-hmm.
or you're taking the distillate and you're having this chemical reaction happen with the barrels and
All right.
you know, and then aging with the whiskey, so that tends to have a really big effect. But yeah, no age statement, so we don't know how long it sat in a barrel for. But compared to the color, I think
Well, it was the first two char oak barrels.
What is it?
What? It doesn't say. It doesn't say anything about
char oak barrels.
Well, yeah, it's made in
char oak.
aged in new American oak barrels. New charred American oak barrels. They're not using reused barrels. They're using new barrels.
Oh, okay.
Distilled and bottled by the Elijah Craig Distillery Company, Bardstown, Kentucky, which is owned by Heaven Hill. I'm gonna calculate my score here. If you guys want to do the same, we can come up with an average, and then we'll go over some final thoughts over the whiskey. I feel like I have a lot to say about this. Like I said, trying to answer Beerman's question there, so I'm gonna pull up the calculator on my phone.
Yeah, me too.
See what I got for a number.
This is one of the higher scoring ones for me. So
yes, me too. So far,
I think the only thing that has a beat is probably the 10-year from Russell's.
Really? All right. So for my score, so I had 7 out of 10 for the aesthetics, 16 out of 20 for the nose, 15 out of 20 for the flavor, 15 out of 20 for the mouthfeel, 14 out of 20 for the finish, 7 out of 10 for the value, all equaling 74 out of 100 for my total score. What about you, Bumpy?
Yeah. Did you want me to run through everything and just give you my total
Yeah, that'd be
score?
cool. Yeah, we got time. You can run
So
through.
for aesthetics, I was at an 8 out of 10. Nose, 17 out of 20. Flavor, 15 out of 20. The feel, am I in the right? Yeah, 17 out of 20. The finish, 14 out of 20. And then value, I was at an 8 out of 10 for a total score of 79.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you were up there. Huh? I think Beerman's even higher than you too.
Oh,
Yeah, he was up in the 80s.
might be high. No, no, I'm not. But aesthetics, 9 out of 10. Nose is 18 out of 20 for me. Flavor, 18 out of 20. Mouthfeel, 18 out of 20. Finish, 16 out of 20. Value, 8 out of 10, bringing me to an 87 out of 100.
87.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how much I thought good of this.
80.
I know, it sounds crazy. That's
This
why I'm
did
like,
it 80 out of 100 for average.
wait, what?
So I scored it 74 out of 100. Bumpy scored at 79 out of 100. And Beerman, you said
87.
87.
Maybe I was being nice. I don't know, but
Divided by 3. Oh, that didn't work. 80. Average score for the Elijah Craig Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey with an 80 out of 100. That's really high. I don't know. Yeah, you never know with these. I personally gave it a 74. What was the let's
I mean, it came in pretty close to what I scored it with the average there. So
Wild Turkey 101 was 79. This beat Wild Turkey 101.
yeah.
Oh wow.
I personally gave Wild Turkey 101 out of an 80 out of 100 though.
Oh really? Okay.
And then the Russell's Reserve with the average 81 out of 100. So this is 1 point behind the top bleeding whiskey as far as the examinations go. So this is in second place. I don't think there's anything else that scored an 80, right?
No.
I don't think so. I think the closest thing behind the Russell was the 101 Wild Turkey, which this beat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I encourage people to grab this product, try it out yourself. Let us know what you think. If you watch the video back, grab a paper, pen, write down the 6-category scoring system, and post a comment and let us know what you would score it. Dan, I'd like to see what Dan thinks about this, considering that this did so well. Yeah, it's been fun. Like I said, we're going to go over the overall thoughts of this whiskey. What do you think, Bumpy?
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I wish that I could have found it in a smaller
bottle. I think so too. Yeah.
Just for money purposes. I mean, save myself $20, but this is. I'm happy that it's it's good. It's definitely lasting me longer. I really do want to try the Michter's rye at some point. Mitchers, whatever the hell it is. Mittler. I don't know.
You said it right the first time.
Yeah, I said it right the first time. Okay. That one's a bit more pricey, but
yeah, I think a 40.
One of those things that looks like a solid product. And I think people have mentioned that name before being pretty good. But yeah, I'm overall happy with this one. It is I tend to kind of like the sweeter type notes out of whiskeys. And I think that's where this one kind of overtook the Wild Turkey rye, was just because the Wild Turkey is super spicy and citrus. And this one does have some of those kind of like I call them cookie, like butter cookie notes to it. There's just something kind of sweet and soft, maybe a bit caramel, something else in there that just adds that touch of sweetness. The corn, I mean, obviously they state it right there on the thing, but yeah. Overall, very pleased with this product, and probably continue to buy Elijah Craig stuff. Obviously in the future, different products.
Now, for Beerman's question, would you recommend this for new drinkers?
Entry level, yeah. It's so easy to drink, man.
Rye is, yeah. I mean, for a rye, I mean, like you stated, some people are afraid of rye because they just, oh, I don't like rye. It's too spicy. It's got that black peppery note to it. I happen to really love rye bread. So for me, I gravitated towards rye pretty easily. I think rye whiskey was actually one of the first whiskeys I tried. So I would recommend it. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
What about you, Beerman? You really like this one?
Yeah, I like the smoothness. It just went down so easy, and the flavor profile was nice. The aromas were nice. Like I said, drinking it with the West Coast IPA was perfect. I don't know, the sharpness wasn't too sharp. It was like sweet, like Bumpy was saying, the cookie, buttery cookie. It just had like this nice, easy going kind of thing. The finish was a little more, but it still wasn't terrible. I haven't had enough rye at all. Actually, this was my first rye, so I'd like to try some more and see kind of where they're at, so that I can get a better understanding of what it is all about. So even with beer, it's the same thing. I want to make some rye beers, and this is really cool to like see, to try rye liquor and rye whiskeys and really put it into effect in a beer and work with it more. So I mean, this was good, man. Entry level, I don't know that, but I liked it, and I'm entry level. So, I mean, it worked.
Now, I think rye in general, based off of like the selection and the products, is typically I think a more expensive grain than corn. I could be wrong, but for the most part, it's kind of hard to find rye whiskeys that are like super cheap. There is that like old Overhalt one that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And then I guess another one that's kind of in this price range is like the Bullet. That would be another good one to do.
Yeah.
That might even be a good one for Monday because you can get like nips of that and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
I can get that.
There's another I'm not sure everybody can get it or not, but it's the Clyde's May.
I can get that, but that might be harder to find.
Yeah, I think that's in the $30 range.
I have the single barrel straight rye, the 5-year. That's really good. That's a store pick. That's a Total Wine and More store pick.
That's a Clyde's May one.
Clyde's May.
Yeah, but this is the single barrel store pick. Clyde Mays. This is really good. This was
oh, okay.
I want to say like maybe like $50, something like that. But this was a really good rye. Kind of harder to find. See, it's a Total Wine and More store pick single barrel.
Oh yeah. I would pay top dollar. Like if it wasn't on this show, I would totally go into Total Wine and buy like a top dollar one, just to kind of see the difference between the lower to the higher price ones, just kind of get an understanding of where we're at.
Whistle Pig's a good one too.
Whistle Pig?
Yeah. Their piggyback 6-year.
That I can get that for like $37. That one is kind of more expensive.
That's a rye one? That's a rye?
I can get that. I don't know how many people are going to be able to want to do that. It's a little bit more on the pricier side, but
Well, I
How
mean,
much is it?
it's
Average?
cheaper than their other products. I mean, if you go to the next after that, you're looking at like $80, and then it goes into like
Yeah.
120 bucks,
Wow.
150
So
bucks.
for my overall thoughts for the Elijah Craig, the straight rye whiskey, I think that this is a pretty good product for that $30 price range. It's definitely a unique rye, considering it is that barely legal 51% rye, mostly corn. So I think it is very inviting to like a maybe even just like your average bourbon drinker who hasn't tried many ryes. I think they would really enjoy it. For someone who likes ryes, it wants more of like a bold, spicier rye with more like I guess you could say more punchy flavors. You might be a little bit disappointed. But overall, as far as like drinkability and flavor, this product is really solid. And $30, you can't go wrong. I mean, this might even compare with some other $40 bottles of rye. Elijah Craig, we really can't go wrong with any of their products. They're pretty solid. I enjoy most of them. I would say I definitely like the barrel proof and like the toasted barrel way more than the rye or the regular small batch. But these are good for cocktails too. The bottle, the presentation of the product is very nice if you brought it to like a party. It's an interesting talking piece. People will be like, "Oh, what's that? That bottle looks cool." It has a nice cork on top and very aesthetically pleasing packaging. And yeah, I'm glad that this got a good score. I've never really. I think even if you watch my other review back in 2021, I wasn't super like blown away, but I did appreciate the product for what it is, and I thought it was a good product. I think it's a solid product. But yeah, that's my final thoughts. So I think we're going to wrap up the show with some shout outs. And before we do shout outs, though, I think discussion of what to do, we're going to try to shoot for Monday if everyone is able to do that. I already talked to Dan, try to get Dan involved. Bullet Rye, what do you think, Bumpy? That
Yeah,
you
I
can
mean,
get like smaller
I'm not
bottles.
much of a bullet fan, but whenever I go out to a restaurant and get an old fashioned made, I always ask for rye, and that's pretty much the rye that they have available in most
Oh.
restaurants around here, unless it's like a real fancy restaurant that has like a bunch of different bourbons and whiskeys. But
Well,
for the
this is
most part,
saying
that's
that
what
I
they're going
can
to come
get a
back and offer
200
is
mil.
bullet. So
They have 200 mils and pints.
yeah, it's cheap. So
Nice.
So I think we'll probably do that. We might do that.
okay.
We'll talk about it more off here, and then of course, we'll let you guys know. You guys can do your shout outs, and then I'll do my shout outs, and we'll wrap the show up.
All right.
Cool.
Cheers.
Well,
Cheers.
Shout out channel. I've shouted them out before. Got Kettleheads Barbecue and Beer. He does a lot of shorts out there on the Weber's. So multiple Weber grills. So always doing a cold beer and whatever he's cooking that night on the Weber grill for his shorts. And how to spell that? It's Kettleheads. Then it's BBQ and then N beer. So try to leave a link to his channel if I can. I just have to go to my YouTube stuff. But I'll do that afterwards. Anyways, on my channel, I got my beer reviews I'm putting out a couple times a week. I also have frozen pizza reviews. So I just dropped one of those today. It was a American flatbread. So I don't know. It says pizza on the box, so I guess it's a pizza, but I don't know if I'd really consider it a pizza. It's zero sauce, so if it was a pizza, it'd be a white pizza. But it was an interesting product. Just it wasn't as satisfying to me for the price that it was. But you go ahead and watch that video if you want. Anyways, cheers.
Nice. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, Bobby.
All right. Just got done brewing a beer tonight, and it was I hit it over target like I usually do. So I gotta figure out what's going on with my system. But it smells like gingerbread cookies. So that's that made Chatio happy because I guess that's what it's supposed to taste like. Yeah, so look out for that coming soon. I'm gonna actually send it to a lot of you guys, all you guys actually. So I'll get that out when it's done. Beer and Cheese Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern. Anyone's invited, and then of course all spun out. Anyone is invited as well to that. I always keep myself open to everyone. But those that have adjectives, go find a beer and bring it back to the show, and let's do it. Let's review it and let's have a good time. So I always hate it when Wednesday's over because I got to go back to work a day after that. Well, after today, but it's the end of the party. But yeah, so it's good hanging out with you guys. But yeah, so Stoneyard Vineyards, man, go check out Stoneyard Vineyards. Good dude. I haven't mentioned him in a while. He actually did a shout out to a lot of people, so go see if you're shouted out by him. But that's all I got to say. But thank you, Tanner. This has been fun. It always is. It's good to learn about this. So.
Yeah, always appreciate having you guys here.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, definitely shout out to the panel here. Done an examination without you guys. So appreciate you guys, Mumpy Road Brewers, Beer Man. Cheers. And our sometimes other panel members, sometimes we'll have Thomas Mello 75, Massachusetts Beer Reviews, Dan from FLX Beer Reviews, Chatio. Yeah, so appreciate all you guys for doing these examinations with me. It's always pretty fun. We gotta have some type of head-to-heads in the near future. So try to save some of your stuff. Don't drink it all. And then down the line, we could do some head-to-heads as a panel, which would be really cool. Yeah, so look out for stuff like that as well. We're going to go back on our regular schedule of 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Whiskey examinations. So for the month of January, we're going to be doing Rise. We started off with the actually before January, we started off with the Wild Turkey 101. Now we just did the Elijah Craig Straight Rye. Yeah, look out for another rye whiskey examination Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So look over that. That should be fun. Lots of pop-up Rate That Beer live streams on my channel. Also just reviewed a product called Mellow Corn, which is a Kentucky straight corn whiskey. It's going to be at least 80% corn. It was pretty interesting. So go check out that video if you like to. Yeah. Look out for more tequila reviews, other liquor reviews on my channel. I do a lot of variety reviews. And then shout outs for other people. Check out Short and Stout beer reviews with Sam Smalley. Just recently started doing beer reviews, so definitely go and check him out. Show him some love. Who else? Check out Let's see. Nerd Sense. Go check them out. They do a lot of beer reviews. Let's see. Some other people. Kilco Whiskey Musing. And Scotch Down Under. So those are my shout outs. Go check out those channels. Go subscribe to them if you haven't subscribed to them yet. Show them some love. And yeah. Another successful examination. Second place. Very interesting. Yeah. So I'm assuming we're going to have to do a rye whiskey of the month head to head. So maybe we'll take the top 2 of the month and compare them. So try not to drink that entire bottle there, Bumpy. I know you got a lot of it. Try to save it if you can. If not,
that's my problem.
if you can't, it's fine. You can always buy more, but that's
I'll
your
buy
fault.
more.
Buy more.
Yeah, I'll have to try to hit the whiskeys.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I think that would be cool. Maybe to do like a head to head of maybe the best, whatever was top 2 or for the month. Just an idea. But yeah, there you have it. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Not too many chatters tonight, but we did have some people watching, which was cool. So we had Beer Hounds, Bill. Cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Bill.
Beer Man and Bumpy, we were watching. Or they were in the chat and also on the panel. Miscellaneous. Cheers to you, Miscellaneous. And Tater Dom. So cheers, guys. Thank you guys once again. And yeah. That's pretty much it. Catch us next Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another whiskey examination. And yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and upcoming videos. I'll leave here. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheerios.